what they did for a little PR stunt, the administration, they brought in a whole bunch of interrogators from World War II. They found these guys 80 years old, 83 years old. They used to interrogate the Nazis. And so they brought them out. They're like, oh, you see this? Oh, yes, in celebration of Interrogation Day or whatever they were celebrating. They're like, we brought these guys out. We did interrogation. They did interrogation. They were the greatest generation. We're the greatest generation. Let's all wrap it up, right? And as they were giving them medals or something, they didn't have scheduled speeches for them. They just, yeah, come up here, get a medal. Go, come on, dude. Take a picture. Yeah, guys, see? Yeah, all right. Right. So one of the guys grabs the mic. He's like, I don't believe in the current interrogation practices. I think it's barbaric. We didn't do any of that. And then the next guy comes up, another one grabs the mic. He's like, yeah, I agree with him. What they're doing now is terrible. We never did any of it. Okay. So then the Washington Post goes and tries to find out who these people are, right? And they go and talk to them. And to a man, every one of them's like, are you kidding me? We never did any of that. What they're doing now is hideous. We would have never done that to the Nazis. We would have never done that to the Nazis. Okay? You know what they did instead? And they're like, here, we'll tell you our... They talked to a lot of these guys. I don't know, it was 10 of them, 20 of them, whatever. All guys who interrogated German and Nazi prisoners back in World War II. They said our two most successful strategies, one was, you're never going to guess it. I was going to go to a guessing game, but we could sit here until Monday, you wouldn't guess it. You're going to try anyway, JR? You're that brave?
You know what? They sat down and they probably was Monopoly out back then?
Oh, you're close.
Monopoly is from 1950s, right? Or is it later?
No,
it's an old school game. I don't know how old it is.
Yeah, it is an old school game. I don't know when it was out.
But probably not worldwide at that point.
I'm not sure. They might have. They might have been. In fact, I almost think that they might have played Monopoly with them, but I'm not sure. That's a great guess, man. That's a great guess. Man, for a hip-hopper, that's some good thinking there. Hip-hopper. All right, don't make me go back in the Johnny episode. Anyway, tool number 1, ping pong. We're waterboarding these guys. They're throwing out false information after one. They're like, yeah, make it stop. Sure, yeah, we're going after Hamburg next. He's like, whatever, just stop drowning me, right? He's like, yeah, Philippines, we're going to destroy the whole country. Fucking just stop drowning me, right? They're getting all this false information. The smart guys, back when the country was smart, they're like, oh, let's just play some ping pong. Anyway, where's Hitler going next? They're like, oh, you're such a good guy, you're friendly. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, he's going to go up the left flank of, in Stalingrad and going to do this and this. Like, oh, great, no problem. Okay, number 2 best tactic, steak dinners. Could you imagine that? If we take Khalid Sheikh Mohammed out for a steak dinner, they would take these Nazi prisoners and they'd be like, come on, don't worry about it. Hans, let's go. You and Franz, let's go. Let's get out of here. Come on, let's go to Outback.
And these are probably actual Nazis instead of
guys
that said, random German.
Yeah, exactly. Like the guys we pick up, we find out 80% of them later are random Arabs that didn't have anything to do with anything. Oh, show us where they are. He's like, where? Who is? I don't even know. Down the bitch again. Come on. And they picked up actual Nazis and they took them to a steak dinner and they're like, the steak, very good, yeah. Hitler's coming around the left flank first and then later the Luftwaffe is coming this way. I'll tell you anything you want. I love the steak. You guys make very good steak here. Oh, how did he turn Indian? The German guy turned Indian in the middle of the steak dinner. All right. So the bottom line is, after interviewing all of them, they are all appalled at what we're doing in the name of America and say, we got to get the interrogation right. One, because it's really muddying up our name and destroying the good name of America. And two, because it's stupid. It doesn't work. They're like, we know what works. We got a whole boatload of information when we're fighting the Germans. And that's not the way you do it. It doesn't mean you treat everybody with kids' gloves. And these guys are smart. Look, they're like, look, some of the things we don't want to talk about, etc. Or we didn't talk about it, they said, because we were embarrassed for so long. But now that we know what they're doing, he's like, we didn't do anything like that. And we were still embarrassed of it. Like sensory deprivation, maybe a little bit sometimes. And we were all embarrassed. These guys stripped them naked, put them in freezing rooms for days on end. Come on, man. And it's just not smart. So, you got it.